Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Piglet here once again, and I'm Sylvester here at Werehog from the Maxi Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii / PlayStation 2. So last time we actually did manage to explore the Apatos as for the tutorial world, or in this case the daytime version of that, and also we managed to encounter this little strange character known as Chip, if you guys probably already know in our HD version of the playthrough, or the Xbox 360 version playthrough of the game. And today for this episode we're about to continue exploring Apatos and see what is going on. So yeah, so this is what the hub world looks like in the Nintendo Wii version / PlayStation 2 version. All it does is has like a menu style hub world, which some people may do not like for the most part because the 2D style of the townspeople looks really damn dull. But usually some people seem to always prefer the HD version of Sonic Unleashed's hub world, and especially noticeable in the Xbox 360 version and the PlayStation 3 version is the fact that you can actually walk around and talk to townspeople, and then you can actually just walk around in certain places. But not on the Nintendo Wii version or the PlayStation 2 version, because you know, it's all in 2D sprites looking. It looks like we're just talking to the cardboard cutout versions of the peoples themselves. But even then, it gets like speech bubbles involving, and rather than not voice clips, so that's a bit of a lame, but oh well. At least between these two versions, between the Nintendo Wii, PlayStation 2, and 360 and PlayStation 3, that it makes it entirely different between the two. Alright, so once you talk to these enough townspeople well enough, then you can actually see there's a shattered or scattered shrine. So yeah, if you see this little image right there, that heavily borrows from the 360 version of the stage select in Apatos. And right off the bat, we actually got ourselves a important items, which appears to be the Sun Tablet, which, from the reminder, that was actually a key, which can usually activate the levels from the other worlds, but hey.
This place is kinda spooky, huh, Sonic? If it was just me.
So, looks like, if you actually purchase the Nintendo Wii version / PlayStation 2 version, you can actually go onto the Gaia Gate instead of the stage select from the 360 version and the PlayStation 3 version. Because yes, you can actually just do a lot of things throughout in the Gaia Gate. Like if you see those little door signs, like it gets like a little moon medals and sun medals involved. That's meaning that you must collect those certain amount of medals in order to access these other scenarios or another sections. Well, at least that's for what I've remembered for that anyway. Alright, on to the second act of Apatos, Windmill Isle. So that's what the actual name of the levels themselves are called. At least for the daytime stages involving, so yeah. So, as far as you guys probably already know, that, since, we're almost there until likely just around, like, a few moments ago, that, well, as we established earlier, or in this case, I don't know. And right off the bat though, if you see there's a little, area time, that meaning that, it might be involving checkpoints here and there, but I don't know. I just really do not know what I'm going to be more likely just to employ throughout. But, I did not pull me attack onto that bad Nick. But at least we haven't been down there since, like, when we first time playing this game after all, so, yeah. And then, unlike the 360 version and the PlayStation 3 version, you do have to equip off your quick time events, or quick time events. But in this version, I think it does not actually have, although it does have quick time events, but all it does is just a usage of these two buttons, except those random buttons, or this bunch of buttons in the HD version. Yeah, it's quite a lot to actually do the trick system on that, or trick ramp. In this case, a quick time event. So yeah. So although there is to say that a lot of people seem to think that the, or especially a lot of critics, as far as they're concerned of, that the Wii version slash PlayStation 2 versions considerably just had a higher amount of ratings than the ones in the why did not our homing attack just can't registered? I guess we're to have to take this the long way. Oh yeah, along the way though, you can actually get yourself some little question mark item box, meaning that what these item boxes can do is that, well, we'll explain to that when we actually just finish this level, because although, as you probably guys can tell from the previous episode, we already got one of them already. And basically this meaning that you can actually get yourselves movies and art and concept arts, yup, and music, and I think for the most part documents as well. So yeah, that's all we can tell from that part. So here we have this little Eggman robotic thing we have to run away by. And not to mention occasionally sometimes that we actually have to hit him in his back. And how do you do that? Well, basically just boost to win, basically. And if you boost at him well enough, then you basically guarantee that you can actually count to take a damage off him. So yeah, usually I don't think there isn't any influence on this between the HD version, between this version, although he do make it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's probably making an appearance in the HD version of Sonic Unleashed as well. But if you want to defeat him and get this stage over with and done, I think it's probably take about like 5 hits to kill it. So overall, not too bad though. So yeah, as far as the Apatos is concerned, it's basically the tutorial world, basically. Yeah, as far as you guys can tell, because of the how this game works. And I think this is the end of the level, and we almost at, well, we basically got ourselves an S rank, a perfect S rank, we should say. Yeah. And then once again, we got ourselves 3 moon medals, and the stage has been entirely completed, just because, you know, as far as I already suggested before from the last video, that if you get the S rank, then the more medals you can get. Now, occasionally when the text has been saying continue playing, this meaning that much like Sonic Unleashed, and even Sonic and the Black Knight for that matter, sometimes you have to involving to do some missions. Like for instance, the first mission in this game we have is collecting 100 rings. So if you collect 100 rings, then this is basically what this meaning that if you collected 100 rings in the level, then you're basically done with this mission. So a few things I want to mention about something is that you remember how in the North American version we'll get Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games until next month, and especially 2 days time for, or in this case 3 days time for the Japanese version of the 3DS version. Thank God the European version will actually have itself a release date now. The game about to be released in Europe is going to be at 8th of April. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. I'm definitely going to be, can't wait for that. Yeah. Hope we got a cutscene.
Still no luck finding anyone who knows me.
Don't worry about it. Maybe your memory will come back on its own. Remember anything yet?
Nope.
Oh well.
Sonic? Whoa! Mr. Monster Guy is back!
So when the sun goes down, I turn into this?
Are you okay, Sonic?
I'm fine. I just need to be careful who sees me like this.
Sonic! Sonic, look!
What is it?
Oh, it's hopeless! The whole planet is split apart! We're doomed! Oh.
Mister?
Oh.
Hey, mister! Hey, don't cry. Ice cream. How about some more of this super tasty stuff?
What good is ice cream at a time like this?
Sonic, your arm just stretched.
Weird. But it could be useful.
Well, since it was nighttime now, so that means we have to go through Werehog form. In this case, what this thing what actually matters. So, in this meaning that, at first glance, that the townspeople seem to be freaked out for a little bit. Yeah, after realizing that Sonic the Hedgehog decides to, or not decided, managed to actually transform it back to the, Mr. Monster guy. Well, usually that's for what you can tell from that part. So, yeah, sorry for the lack of dialogue, and especially the commentary, especially because, well, there's not much we can talk about throughout at the moment, so besides, you know, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games will be released on the 8th of April on the 3DS in UK. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that actually, because since after all, oh, we actually got ourselves a moon tablet. Meaning that we can actually access to the secret shrine over there. Now, occasionally, if you actually go to the menu Hub Worlds, that you can occasionally get yourself some items, like for instance the soundtrack where we mentioned earlier. Very much a equivalent way to actually get some soundtracks while just collecting those item boxes. So yeah, that's not much I could tell from the menu, the Hub Worlds of the menus itself. Overall, a bit boring, but I wish prefer the 3D environment Hub Worlds, but that's just me. And for whatever reason, that when we get inside the Gaia Gate, we transform into a hedgehog form again. Yeah, it's a bit strange though.
Huh? Hey, you're back to Nice Guy Sonic again. This light's so warm. It kind of feels like the afternoon sun. Do you think your transforming's got something to do with the sun, Sonic?
Maybe, but I don't know. So, yeah, as you can probably tell, that, when you get into the Gaia Gate, that, if you see what the stuff is glowing, this meaning that you must activate these doors, and, oh god, we transform into the Werehog again.
You're looking all scary again. Don't you get tired of switching all the time?
Well, for that matter, because of the main, nature of the Werehog and the Hedgehog is that, well, specifically the first, Gaia Gate, mostly in the Apatos one, that, if you come across into the Gaia Gate that is fully light up, this meaning that, you can actually transform into Hedgehog anytime you want. But then, if you actually come across into the gloomy dark, sections, that you'll transform into a Werehog. So, speaking of a Werehog, we got ourselves a tutorial part right here to actually just to know how this Werehog gimmick on the Werehog or the Wii. Well, sorry for the lack of dialogue again, I really apologize. Anyways, so here's the goal ring right here. So the first tutorial part on the Werehog department is the dash and jump. So at least we can actually do this no problem. And what the? What move do we forgot again? Oh, we completely forgot about the double jump. Yeah, that's how the Werehog actually works out in the Wii version / PlayStation 2 version. Now, here's a little bit of a difference between the HD version / SD version of Sonic Unleashed, is that, as you can see, we have ourselves a little orbs result. We'll explain to them when we actually get into these later parts of the game, so yeah. So next up, we can actually go on to the acrobatic or something like that, like grabbing onto these bars right here. So yeah, you have to like press the X button in order to hold it, and if you let go of the X button, at least if you're playing this on the Nintendo GameCube controller, that if you let go of it, you probably won't get to grab onto it at all times. You should just have to hold it. Yeah, and plus not to mention just to actually, well, tilt the analog stick or the tilted control stick occasionally at some points when you're actually trying to swing back and forth and stuff like that. And there's another episode like climbing onto this little giant pole. So yeah, once you actually complete the nighttime stages or whatever, that it actually gives you a sun medal. So it's a bit like an opposite between the two. Like, if you complete the daytime stage, then it gives you a moon medal. But then, if you complete one of the nighttime stages, then, well, you get sun medals. So, yeah. Alright, so now we actually get to deal with the combat in this version. Yeah, you remember how in the SD on the 360 version / PlayStation 3 version, you can get a lot of combos until you perform? Well, usually you're gonna have to unlock those combos once you actually continue on throughout the game. Oh god, here we have the battlefield music once again. Oh, well, what do we have here? We have ourselves a little music that's been playing. And there's also some Dark Gaia monsters we actually gotta beat the crap out of the guns with. Now, you can actually do some of these little button sequences, like if you press L and R alternately, then you can basically just let your Sonic the Werehog just bash all sorts of these enemies. Yeah, as you can see, we actually collect those force points. Force points may actually help you. This force points will actually be really helpful for you if you're actually trying to fully leveled up the Werehog. So basically, it's a bit like how it does it for the experience points from the HD version, but except unlike the HD version of the Sonic Unleashed, is the fact that well, you obviously don't have yourselves a little yellow diamond stuff that you can actually use them to equip the experience points for both the Sonic the Hedgehog and even the Werehog version. So yeah, like every time when you kill the enemy, and how many times you can actually just get some more, purchase some more food, and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean here, it's pretty equivalent to these experience points in the HD version, but except it's called, I believe it's called, the Dark Forces, I think that's what it's called. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm pretty sure it's Dark Gaia Forces, so yeah, they're pretty much equivalent to that. And I believe we got ourselves one more tutorial thing that's been going on in the Werehog section, which was we have to perform a Werehammer. So yeah, by doing so is by pressing L and R at the same time, so that's what Chip said. So yeah. But since we are gonna have to like briefly just trying to get some experience points on these Dark Gaia forces right here, now we'll explain to the actual stages of the Werehog stages in this version compared to the HD version a bit until the next video. And somehow we completely stand still when we actually perform those Werehammer like few separate times. So that's pretty weird. So yeah, speaking of such, we're gonna have to finish this video here. So next time on Let's Play Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii / PlayStation 2 is the fact that we can actually explore the nighttime versions of Apatos, starting from the first act. Yeah, I wonder how this gameplay is actually involved in there. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.